Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
The modern day Mr. Rogers.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
This is Ace and Friends.
Fun, funny, and fast. Baby get some sleep last night. Baby slept all night for the first time in months.
Ooh.
And I mean, of the nights that I needed it to happen. It's like a little blessing that God decided to throw my way there. Because I was running on an hour of sleep, hour and 15 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
And so I went right to sleep, and the whole time I was thinking he's going to wake up any minute now. Mm-hmm. And I woke up at 3:30 and quickly looked at the camera. Oh wow, he's in there sleeping. He slept all night.
Nice,
so great.
Take it where you can get it.
Yeah, you take the little wins in life where you can get them.
Absolutely,
no doubt about it. So, welcome to Ace and Friends, the Tuesday edition of Ace and Friends. What a dork I sound like saying that. Good afternoon, everybody. Good Tuesday afternoon.
Is it
stupid thing to say?
Just as goofy as saying you're the modern day Mr. Rogers?
No.
Okay.
It's not even in the same ballpark.
It was just a question.
Modern day Mr. Rogers is kind of a catchphrase. It's a branding thing. It's a marketing tool, Rob.
Okay.
Saying good Tuesday afternoon, whatever, just makes you a dorky DJ.
It's old school.
Yeah. As if you didn't know what day it was or the time of day that it's in the afternoon.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody.
Wet and wild. Watch out for that rain out there.
3:10 on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
I used to like when the DJs would double time. 3:10, 10 minutes after 3 o'clock. Like, just in case you missed it when he gave the time, he gave it to you another way to make sure you understood.
Wow.
2:45, just 15 in front of 3.
Why tell the time?
DJs used to always tell the time a lot.
They didn't have like clocks in the car?
Not always. Not always. And it was kind of a crutch, and people weren't even in the car listening all the time. They were other places. They might be in their house, or they're busy, they're active, and it's just kind of more, what is it? 3:10? Okay.
Listening to the radio, like out walking around or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know when I used to do come on the radio at nights, every night I let them know it's 7 o'clock, baby. At 7 o'clock, that's when this party gets started. So there was, so there was in that case, it was used for a reason. Hey, it's 7 o'clock. This is a different world now.
My favorite color is blue.
No more of those boring old DJs. This is 7 o'clock. Okay, when this bug get down.
Yeah.
So.
Sick.
Yeah. Yes, it was, Rob. It actually was sick, right?
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
If Disney World is the happiest place on earth, what's the opposite? It's coming up next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Meet up with your friends. Love it. Ace and Friends.
It's fun, funny, and fast. I saw this question yesterday. It's kind of fun. If Disney World is the happiest place on earth, what's the saddest? Now, do you take out hospital?
Yeah. That's what I would say. Hospital.
But is hospital the saddest? Because a lot of people at the hospital, the vast majority of people at the hospital, are getting well.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be the saddest place on just because if you've got 500 people in a hospital and 2 of them die, that doesn't make it overwhelmingly sad, I don't think.
It's the saddest place in the world? That's tough. I mean, you could say like I would. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
DMV. Yeah. Nobody's happy to be there.
Like, look, places where you encounter people that you're like, what am I doing here? Like, what is this?
I mean,
Walmart on a Black Friday.
Walmart on Black Friday?
Yeah. But those people are super excited to be there.
Yeah, they're pumped.
That's true.
But from the outside, if you're not in there, you're like, that is.
It's a sad scenario.
That makes sense.
It's all in the perspective. Yeah. So if Disney World is the happiest place on earth, what's the saddest?
The world may never know.
I mean, it's hard to come up with an answer.
Yeah. I mean, you take out hospitals, you take out funeral homes. I mean, those are on the surface very sad places.
Graveyard, then.
Yeah, like a graveyard. Probably not super happy. That's tough. What would it be? DMV's a good one.
Yeah, DMV is a good one. Like, I try to think of what businesses or stores do you see that you think like, oh man, that's got to be a.
I was in a phone repair place the other day.
God.
And there's nothing on the walls. They had like one wall of phone cases, and there was nobody in there.
Yeah.
There's no TVs. I was like, this is, and I didn't have my phone because they were fixing it. I was like, oh God, this is what people had to live like sitting in a waiting room without your phone.
Reading magazines.
Yeah, and there wasn't even magazine. There was like literally nothing to look at or do. I was like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah, you used to go places and you would just sit there and find, oh God, can I find a magazine?
Yeah, I'm going to bring them a magazine. They need that in that waiting room. Huh. It's tough.
I don't know. Sunday, it caught my eye driving to the airport in Houston. We passed a standalone store that was the Hustler store.
Oh yeah, like lingerie.
Yeah, like there's one
shop.
car parked in the parking lot. It's like lingerie, toys, DVDs.
Yeah.
I thought, it's got to be a sad place to work.
I don't know.
Maybe,
I don't know. They might be thrilled to go in there every day.
They could be.
And if you're going in there, you're probably very excited.
Yeah, I can't say that when I've been in them before, I was sad.
No, I don't think you get sad when you go in there. But from the outside, it definitely looks sad. It looks sad.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and you know you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
So there's girl math that we've heard about. You know, where if you spend money to purchase something, if you spend another $40, you get free shipping. Well, the shipping would have only cost you $15, but you go ahead and buy the 40 so you get the free shipping, which makes no sense whatsoever when you actually sit at it.
It's less than $5. It's free.
It's free. There you go. But now there's girl logic. Riggins has found us a great example of girl logic regarding Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour.
You know, something that's really cute. When you say to a friend, oh, I went to see Taylor Swift a few weeks ago. And they're like, oh, you should have let me know. I would have loved to come. Like, girlfriend, that's not how it works. And I envy your level of naivete. But no, you can't just show up to the Eras tour.
So what's her point?
Meaning that it's incredibly difficult to get a ticket to the Eras tour. And it's not like, hey, you should have told me, I could have gone with you. It's not like it's a concert where you're like, oh yeah, you want to go? Yeah, come along.
Okay.
It's not that kind of show.
Because I was taking it as if she was going to say, hey, we're going to go to the Eras tour if you want to go buying tickets. So you knew in advance that we're all going to go in and get tickets together.
Like, hey, we're going to see Taylor Swift tonight. You want to tag along? Yeah. It's not like going to see, Smash Mouth a couple years ago.
Not like you're going to see some band that's playing at the bar.
Right.
Hey, we're going to go see, it's like $8 to go see them.
When you go to the Eras tour, people are traveling to other countries and booking hotel stays.
This has been locked in for months.
At least.
Preparation has been made for 7 or 8 months getting ready for the Eras tour, picking out the outfit, planning the day, the whole thing.
You're not just popping into an Eras tour show.
Nobody leaves anything to chance.
No.
I'm trying to think of a time that I've popped into a show. Like,
Yeah, I don't think I have it. ever.
Okay, I'll give you one. I was in Montreal a couple of years ago. Amanda was there for the company that she worked for at the time. And so I flew up to Montreal because all I had to do was get there and I could hang out for the weekend for free. And we got tickets to see Bryan Adams like 3 hours before the show. He was playing at the huge arena in Montreal. And we just looked him up on, I heard Bryan Adams. I wonder what tickets go for. Boom, boom, boom. And they were super cheap. And so we bought tickets and went to see Bryan Adams. That's the closest I've come to popping into anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, I very seldom, I've never just shown up like to an arena and gone, let's just go see if we can get tickets or something.
Yeah, no. I've done that to like a Hornets game before.
Sure.
Like walking by and I could go to the game tonight.
Yeah,
tickets are cheap.
I wonder what they got for tickets right now. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to do for a sporting event that's going to be happening 60 times in your town that year, as opposed to a concert. A concert is more of an event that you plan out in advance, I would think.
Yeah,
but I say that there are people that do that kind of stuff all the time. That live their life like, well, let's just go see what we can find. We'll find some tickets. We'll figure it out. And they do. A lot of times it works out that way.
You got to have that attitude to get in. Those people always luck out. Just kind of have that positive outlook, and they're going to get in someplace.
Yeah. I've got a friend of mine that does that all the time. And he goes to things and he's like, I'm going to go down on the field for a minute. What? What do you mean? Do you have access? No, I'm going to scope it out. I've been watching them. I think I know how to do it.
I can figure it out.
And it just does. He just does. He figures that it works out every single time. It's unbelievable. I envy that in people.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. What are the options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Ace and Friends presents
I'm about to have a good day.
The Good News.
So there's a really cool story that comes out of North Carolina. A police dog in North Carolina helped get a lost little boy home after someone spotted him walking down the road all alone earlier this month. The kid's about 6 years old, and he couldn't tell the police where he lived because he's autistic and nonverbal. So 6 years old, autistic and nonverbal, wandering down the side of the road. They decided to see if their bloodhound named Remy could do what they call a reverse canine track. That's where the dog, rather than picking up the scent and following it to the person, tries to use the scent of the person and backtrack until the scent ends, and if they see where it leads them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how did the dog get to the kid?
Well, they just brought the dog out because they had the kid.
Oh, they did have the kid.
Yeah, the kid. So the kid was lost. They found the kid, but then the kid has no way to explain to them where he lives or anything like that. So they brought the dog out and they said, okay, get the kid's scent. Now go, and we're going to follow you. Just trace it. So the dog just traces the scent backwards until it runs out.
That's amazing.
And it takes him right to his house. It worked.
Really?
It took him right to his house. Parents had no idea he was out of the house, which is a little frightening.
Yeah.
Because he managed to get how far away? What?
A couple miles?
Yeah, somebody that's finding the one that road all alone. In 15 minutes, half mile away. He was a half mile away. Wow. So he'd managed to get half a mile away, and they didn't know that he wasn't in the house.
Yikes.
Yeah, so it took him 15 minutes. He'd snuck out.
Snuck out.
So I don't know what time of day it was. So it might have been at night. He was supposed to be in bed sleeping, and he got up and snuck out.
Wow!
But that's awesome, though. Just be able to do it.
That's amazing.
Like that. And this isn't really the good news. I just find this fascinating for today because it made me laugh this morning. It was on this day in 2018, the National Transportation Safety Board urged people. They said, "Please, people, stop jumping out of your car for the In My Feelings challenge." Hashtag In My Feelings.
I remember that one. Where the car would just slowly roll by.
They're like, look, wrecks, accidents are way up. Please don't be jumping out of the car. People are getting hurt. They're falling down. They're hitting other cars. They're losing control of their vehicle.
Yeah.
Nothing good is coming from this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the video challenge where you dance to the Drake song outside of a moving vehicle. So, Kiki, do you love me?
Yeah. And they would kind of slow. Now, it would work if it was if it was the driver recording it and you were safe. Well, I guess you can't safely record somebody while you're driving, but the driver doing it was another level.
But they were just rolling along slowly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 6 years ago, 2018, but it's another one of those cases. Because it was pre-COVID, seems like that was 15 years ago for some reason.
Not another lifetime.
Yeah.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you know you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
This is Ace and Friends.
Get your tinfoil hats ready because we're going to use a conspiracy theory to launch a brand new game. It's going to be a lot of fun because I love a good conspiracy theory. I don't believe in most of them, but I do love to hear them. So here is a woman on TikTok with a conspiracy theory this type of thought process has been everywhere for the past couple days.
I want to be that conspiracy theorist, but is no one else concerned that our literal president, who apparently has COVID, just legitimately resigned from the upcoming election on Twitter with a letter that he clearly didn't write himself with a digital signature, no photo op, no press conference, and then pretty much ghosted us? Has anybody seen this man?
So there are tons of conspiracy theories that are going around about Biden's decision not to run for president again.
Yeah, a lot of people discussing.
Yeah, most of them are ludicrous, but there are a lot of people saying, hey, he didn't do a video. It was done over Twitter, blah blah blah.
Wasn't on White House stationery.
People are saying he doesn't even know that. So is he? He could actually be very ill and nobody knows, that kind of thing. So there are a lot of conspiracy theories. So Riggins has created a game called the tinfoil hat game.
Absolutely.
So you have a bunch of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
You're going to share them, and what we decide whether we think they're correct or not.
Yeah. Anybody can play if you believe them or not.
Fun to play along at home.
Is this conspiracy theory true? Is Taylor Swift working with the NFL?
No.
Just a young woman in love. That's all it is.
Going to see her boyfriend play ball.
Yep.
Even though they put the camera on her 100 times during the games, it's all just a coincidence.
Not working with the NFL, I don't believe.
Okay. Did Avril Lavigne actually die?
Yes.
And is she? I didn't even get it out. Did Avril Lavigne actually die, and now she's being played by an impersonator?
No, that is not true.
Avril Lavigne no more.
Yeah, because they said that about Paul McCartney a long time ago. That Paul McCartney died. It's a fake Paul that's now pretending to be Paul McCartney. And there are all these clues in the Abbey Road album cover have all these clues that Paul's dead.
And Paul McCartney and Avril Lavigne, basically the same.
Basically the same person.
I'd only listen to one of them.
Yeah.
It's not Paul McCartney.
And you believe this, Rob?
Yeah, she doesn't look the same. It's a different person.
Get
Gotta
out
be
of here.
It's
Okay.
a different person.
Love to hear it. Princess Diana's death was not an accident.
I believe that, not an accident.
Yeah, it wasn't an accident. Nope.
You believe she was...
Yeah, I don't know if it was intended to go down the way it went down, but I believe the ultimate goal was to get rid of her. Yeah, I believe there was some involvement there.
Whoa.
By the English.
The English.
The English government was involved in that.
Okay.
Somehow, I believe.
All right. Are Beyonce and Jay-Z leaders of the Illuminati or leaders in the Illuminati?
That's a good question because you got to believe in the Illuminati.
I don't even want to do that on YouTube.
Yeah, you're going to make the sign.
The Rock.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not sure I believe in the
I don't
Illuminati.
think so.
Do you believe in the Illuminati, Riggins?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think they're leaders of the Illuminati?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I think there is an Illuminati, but they're not. Nobody gives a crap about them.
All right, hang on. We'll do more of these in a second. Hang on.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
So we're playing Reagan's tinfoil hat game. He's got a bunch of conspiracy theories, and we're just kind of burning through them quickly, what we do and don't believe.
Yeah. So here's a conspiracy theory for you. Is there a hidden chamber behind Mount Rushmore where a lot of government secrets are held? It's been around for a long time.
I do know there are rooms behind there. That's fact.
Correct.
I do not believe they're hiding any government secrets there.
I don't know.
I think the government secrets are hidden in the bunkers in Colorado.
There's better places for them than behind a statue.
I think that is true. There are government secrets hidden in places, but I don't think it's there, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Was the moon landing faked?
No.
Ace says no. Rob, you said yes?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right.
No, we made it. USA.
Did the CIA have a hand in the JFK assassination?
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Okay, 100%. Love that.
For sure.
Which ones do you believe so far, Riggins?
I believe that that the CIA had a hand in
Okay.
the JFK assassination,
All right.
and that's the only one I believe so far.
Okay.
Is the moon? Is the world? Is Earth flat? The flat Earth theory.
No, it's not.
Are there a bunch of aliens at Area 51?
No. They're elsewhere, I'm sure of it.
No,
you can't put them where people expect them to be now. I mean, they had to move them because people know.
I don't think there are aliens at Area 51. I don't think there are alien beings that are being held here on Earth.
Oh, how lovely it must be to be so naive.
Riggins, do you believe there are alien beings being held here?
I do.
Okay, really?
I believe there's some. I don't think they look like Marvin the Martian, right. But I think there's probably biological matter evidence of non-earthly things.
Do you think it's held at Area 51?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
See, I think Area 51 might be a ruse, but I don't know.
They're trying to throw you off the scent.
Right.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Did aliens build the pyramids?
No.
No.
No, I don't believe that
Yeah.
either.
We got time for one more.
Was 9/11 an inside job?
No.
No, I do not believe that.
I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it.
Okay.
All right. Are we good with that?
I have some thoughts. I don't want to get into
Have you gone down the rabbit hole on YouTube?
I've watched like 3 YouTube videos.
This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you know you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
When you are dating, a lot of times people spend their dating lives looking for red flags that would disqualify someone to be a future spouse. And that may be what this guy's doing. This woman says, don't ever allow a guy to make you feel bad about not making more money than him or not having good credit. I got ghosted by a guy named Dave that I was going out with. We started having more serious conversations, and then we started talking about money and our credit scores, and he got all weirded out. He's like, oh, well, I've got a credit score of 790. And I'm kind of at a place in my life where I'm looking for a woman who doesn't have a ton of debt, has a 401k, makes a certain amount of money with a good credit score. I'm 29 years old. How can anyone expect someone to have all of that before 30? It's ridiculous. Women don't let a guy make you feel bad because you've got a 520 credit score. Sorry, but I'm not the joke here. This guy Dave is. That's all I wanted to say. A credit score is just a number. It should be the guy's responsibility anyway to deal with the finances.
It is just a number. That is correct.
Yeah, it's just a number. Is a bad credit score a reason to stop dating someone?
It could be.
Yeah, I think when you get older in age, it's more important.
How many women would stop dating a guy if they found out his credit score was 520? Yeah. Because it is a sign of, not always, but the majority of the time, it's a sign of a lack of responsibility. So I can understand if, in this case, she's 29. So I don't know how old the guy is. Say he's roughly around 29 and he's looking for a woman that has a 401k. He didn't say she's got to have a huge 401k. Right. It sounds like he wants her to have started a 401k, have a good credit score, which would show him that they're pretty much on the same page when it comes to financial responsibility. Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me if, she didn't have a 401k set up. But I think the biggest one is the credit score. How you got that score would be an indicator to me. Is like, what is that? How did you get there?
And how do you feel about it? Like, say, hey, my credit score is 600 or say 520 is what she said in here. Yeah. All because when I was in college, I got a credit card and I really messed it up. And I've learned my lesson. Oh, totally different deal. Millions of people have done that.
Yeah. Not if you bought a yacht, with a bunch of credit cards. Right. How did you get to 520?
Sitting there now with a stack of bills that are overdue, it's just like, I haven't been paying attention to how much money I'm spending. Yeah. Well, then that would let me know, hey, you're not financially responsible. I have to be concerned about that going forward with you in this relationship.
And the attitude is like, it's just a number. And it's like, I don't know.
This is Ace and Friends.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
We've all seen those product label warning stickers, like on a hairdryer where it warns you that this could get hot. Well, it's heating up air. That's what it's supposed to do. But the reason it's there is because something has happened in the past that led to a lawsuit, and now they have to put a warning label on it. So I saw this online. It's just a list of stupid product labels. For example, on a wheelbarrow, they have not intended for highway use.
Highway use?
Well, I don't know why you'd have the wheelbarrow out on the highway, but clearly somebody thought they were using. Again, you don't know the backstory to each one of these. Yeah. In an information booklet, it says, do not use if you cannot see clearly to read the information in the information booklet.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. On a container of underarm deodorant, caution, do not spray in eyes.
Oh.
And instantly, you just want to know the backstory to each one of these. On a miniature rock garden set, caution, eating rocks may lead to broken teeth. On a first birthday card, not suitable for children aged 36 months or less. On a battery, do not recharge, put in backwards, or use.
Just don't use it.
Just don't use it. I get this with Christmas lights. Oh, I'm sorry. One of the Christmas lights says for indoor or outdoor use only. On a product called a rubber band shooter, it says caution, shoots rubber bands. Okay. And on a baby stroller, quote, remove occupants before folding.
Don't fold your baby
In other words,
inside the
don't
stroller.
fold it up with your baby sitting in the stroller.
Oh, yeah, let's get him out of there. I saw a commercial the other day for Otezla, and it says, don't take Otezla if you're allergic. It's like, well, okay.
All those
Don't take Otezla if you're allergic. Well, oh, okay.
You see those now in a 60-second commercial. 40 seconds of the 60 will be all of the warning signs and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. But don't take Otezla if you're allergic.
Oh, I was going to take it anyway.
If you're allergic to what? If you're allergic to Otezla?
Yes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I like a high wheelbarrow on the highway. I'm trying to picture like somebody was put an engine in a wheelbarrow and was trying to drive it down the highway. That'd be sick.
Did they put a person in a wheelbarrow and tried to run down the side of the highway and something bad happened?
I want to see that.
Yeah, there are all kinds of possibilities you can come up with this.
This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, we're here once again with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and there are a lot of people in credit card debt right now. I mean, the credit card debt is hot. Now, Richard is the guy that could possibly be relieving you of that credit card heat.
That's right. Let's cool you off for summer. Ooh. No payments till fall and get rid of all the credit card debt. Ace, we paid off $67,000 with the extra equity that everybody is gaining in this market. Literally, she is saving $1,326 a month. If you have credit card debt, get rid of it. Take the pressure off.
This is a member of the radio family who is saving $1,326 a month, all using the equity within her home, all because she called 704-800-4719 and let Richard show her how it works. Or you can also go to homewithrichard.com. But again, you've got the money right there. Let the Richard Toccato Companies help you. 704-800-4719, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
Everyone needs to hear the piece of audio that we're about to play for you. You may never have heard this thought articulated quite this way, but it is absolute genius.
Someone texts you and they're like, "Are you free tonight?" No. I'm not playing your little game. You tell me what you're proposing or offering, and then I'll tell you if I'm free. It does not go the other way around. I'm not going to say, "Yeah, I'm free," and then you're going to invite me to like a play or the museum.
That is so true.
Because they got you. Once they say, "Are you free?" and you say, "Yeah, I'm free tonight."
That never even occurred to me, but it's so true. Yeah, just tell me what you want me to do, and then I'll tell you if that's something that I'm free for. It's perfect.
In my mind, it's the equivalent of when someone texts you and you respond, and then they call you immediately because they know they've got you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times you look at that phone and go, "Damn it, I've got to answer the phone." Now they know that I'm holding the phone in my hand.
I'd prefer that over the text message that says, "Hey, can you talk?" and then the call. That just seems like either, okay, just call me, and then I'll ignore it if I can answer it. If I can't answer it. That's even more annoying to me.
But she's 100% right. Hey,
totally.
We're going to the theater tonight to see this play. Are you free? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's way different than, "Are you free?" Yeah, I'm not doing anything tonight. We're going to the theater to see a play. And then you have to say, "I don't want to go do that with you."
Puts you in this weird position of being like, that's not something I want to do.
It puts it on you to make it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They put you in a position where you're either going to go do something you don't want to do or make it a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. So for the record, the change we would all ask now is from each of us, and we should do it ourselves. Put the full information in the front, then say, "Are you free?" That way they've got it out. I can't. That'd be great. I can't go tonight.
Yeah. Or when you have like a friend like a casual friend, and they start asking you, "Hey, how you been?" and all that, just so they can ask you like, "Hey, can I borrow, your lawn chairs or whatever?" It's like, no, just come on, get right to the point. We're not going to talk. You don't care.
But don't put me in a situation where you want something and I have to be the one to make it uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's perfect.
It's absolutely perfect.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
Okay, I am Gen X. Riggins and Rob are Gen Z.
Millennial.
What did I say? Yes, millennial. That's what I was going for. Millennial. Riggins and Rob are both millennials. Are you familiar with the term, and I just encountered this yesterday, millennial gray?
No.
All right, here's a woman explaining millennial gray.
So I just heard the term millennial gray for the first time. Let me show you my house. Workout equipment, gray. Floors, gray. Couch, gray. Chairs, gray. Appliances, gray. Walls, gray. Bedroom and decor, gray. Gray tile, gray car. I literally live in a gray house.
It is true. A lot of
Gray is a predominant color these days when it comes to millennials.
Yeah, I know. All void of color.
When I lived in the apartment uptown, everything was a shade of gray in the apartment because that was the basic color. And my couch was already gray, and the desk was already a shade of gray in the other bedroom. And I never thought of that until I saw this yesterday. Then I started recounting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a millennial, but a lot of stuff was gray in my life at one time.
Gray.
It's not anymore. But is it? But your house isn't. You don't have a lot of gray stuff, do you, Riggins?
You what you do is you see a lot of gray around and you're like, okay, no, this isn't right. I got to bring in some color.
Yeah.
So I do have a lot of gray stuff, but that's why I had to go buy a yellow chair.
Do you, Rob? Do you have a lot? Is your house gray?
I can't think of anything that I have that's gray.
Really? Okay. Because there was a time that I did have the furniture and stuff that I bought when I was living alone, like the rug was blue with a gray in it, and the couch was gray.
It does kind of go with a lot of stuff. It's a neutral tone.
It's very easy.
Yeah. Now you see every new house has a white kitchen. It's white. And if it's not white, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get away from that eventually.
That's one of the things that my wife is into. And I mean, she's, I guess she's a millennial, just barely, at 32. And we were looking around. She was like, I just want a white kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she also wants to live in a mid-century modern, right out of 1975.
Yeah.
And I've already had to debate. I've done that. I don't want to do that again.
No,
I think it's ugly.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want
Ace and Friends.
Get ready for some fun. Quick notes that you might find interesting. Just a few things that you might find interesting. Alabama has the longest constitution in the world. The state of Alabama has the longest constitution in the world. It's more than 400,000 words. The state constitution for Alabama is more than 50 times longer than the United States Constitution.
Come on, man.
50 times. Jackie Chan, famous movie actor, his mother was an opium smuggler, and his father was a spy.
Ooh.
Yeah. And this one's really weird. The coastal town of Carmel by the Sea in California has more than 3,000 people that live there. But up until now, it went more than 100 years without using house numbers or street addresses. The only location that had an actual address was the post office. Instead, people named their houses, and people in the town would learn the names to orient themselves. The initial inhabitants were mostly artists. That's how the whole thing started. This is for mail. They'd either go to the post office and pick it up, and for at-home delivery, timely at-home deliveries, they had this complicated system where you had to count properties from an intersection.
Okay.
Yeah. So you, like, for example, it was they would say like Mount Verde, 4 southwest of 8th. that translates to a building being on the west side of Mount Verde, 4 properties south of the 8th intersection.
Oh my God.
So, but people in the town have finally voted. Let's just get some addresses and change that. Yeah. It's getting a little crazy.
Carmel by the sea.
Yeah, and one more. 1 in 3 Americans think they have a way to strike it rich. In a new poll, 33% of Americans said they believe they have an idea that could make them wealthy.
Huh.
More men than women.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, 19% of people said that they have a, quote, feeling in their bones, end quote, that one day they will win big on the lottery.
Okay, more guys on that one as well.
Yeah. The whole thing when it was done said more guys than women feel they've got a way to make themselves get rich.
It's always guys that are, I could fight a bear easily.
Yeah. 19% is a lot, though. Like 19 out of 100 people that say they feel it in their bones they're going to win the lottery one day.
Okay.
I don't feel it in my bones.
Where do you feel it?
I just keep telling God, look, man, if I could just, I would do so much good with this money.
You prayed about winning the lottery?
I've not prayed about winning the lottery because I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I don't think that's how it works.
I have just said things like, man, if I could win that lottery, God, I'd do a lot of good stuff with that money. I'd help a lot of people.
So it's not technically a prayer. It's just sort of talking out loud to God.
I'm not saying like, dear God.
Yeah,
God, if you're listening.
Can I win the lottery? I just kind of throw it out there. It's like, man, God, if I could win that lottery, boy, I'd do a lot of good stuff.
Well, God, it would be so nice if I won the lottery or something.
Like, I'm just saying it out into the air.
Not a prayer.
Maybe God will pick it up somewhere along. It's not an official prayer.
I got you.
I'm not kneeling by the bedside or anything.
I got you.
This is Ace and Friends.
All of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
What is the guy's name that's starring in Twisters?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. Yeah. So Glenn Powell is a hit with the ladies. Well, apparently with all the ladies, because this black girl has a viral TikTok. It's hilarious.
Shake Taraji P. Henson's hand in Hidden Figures. That was already my husband. What? Now, I done seen this man get out this truck with a cowboy hat on with a little twang to him. And y'all think I don't even like tornadoes. I don't like tornadoes. But I'll go see Twisters. Sure will. Listen, Glenn Powell, it's giving, do you like black girls? We had Travis Kelce, but do you see how that went? But do you like black girls? And since I got you here, Henry Cavill, what's his name? Superman. You like black girls too? I would say, what's his name? Anthony Bridgerton, but he gay. So we can't. But if you want, would you like black girls? Let me stop. Let me get off that.
Yeah, women are obsessed with this guy.
And that scene in Twisters, the one that has become the sexy part of the movie where he's in the cowboy hat with the white T-shirt in the rain, was an accident and was going to get cut. And I guess they did some kind of testing. They were planning to cut it out, and overwhelmingly people were like, no, that scene stays in the movie.
And quite honestly, I looked at some pictures. I was like, is he that good looking? I don't know. I mean, he's okay looking, but
So
now,
who's somebody you look at and think, okay, that's a good looking guy?
Henry Cavill.
Okay,
that guy.
But you don't look at Glenn Powell and think, oh, that's a good looking man.
Not really.
Oh, you're crazy. He's a good looking dude.
He's got he reminds me of Zach Braff a little bit. Kind of got a weird smile to him. I don't know. I don't see it.
See, I look at him and I see it.
I don't.
Of course, he is shirtless in one of these pictures and he's shredded.
Yeah. I'm sure he's in very good shape.
See, he looks more Matthew McConaughey to me, and he sounds kind of similar to Matthew McConaughey. He looks more like Matthew McConaughey than Zach Braff to me. See, I easily see with the scruffy beard. I'm with you, Rob. I see why he's so dreamy.
Give me a break. Get this face.
Yeah. You don't think that guy's good looking?
No, I don't.
What is wrong with you? That's a good looking man right there.
You're crazy.
So you find one picture where he's doing a goofy smile. He could be in the middle of laughing or something when they took that picture.
Got kind of like a square head or something. I don't know. I don't see it. What do you want me to say? I don't think he's that good
Three
looking.
grown men debating the hotness of Glenn Powell.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. What are the options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
So now Riggins has just gone and decided that Glenn Powell is just not even a good-looking guy at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think he's attractive at all?
Nah. I don't see it. He's in good shape. I'm saying there's some pictures of him shirtless, and he's obviously ripped
that's a
up.
bit of an understatement if you say that he's in good shape.
He's ripped up.
He is shredded.
Yeah, you got a butterface.
Yeah, he's the guy. If you don't know, he's the guy. The guy that stars in Twister.
A butterface.
Riggins keeps finding the worst.
I'm finding these.
Well, yeah, that's not a good picture of him.
Okay, well, that's 2 out of 3. You've been like,
you can
found it.
You can find Matthew McConaughey a picture and be like, oh, that's not a good picture of him. Like you can find a bad picture of anybody if you start going through things. So you think Henry Cavill?
That guy's good. I think that guy's objectively good looking.
Okay.
Superman.
Yeah. Anybody else that?
Who's really good looking? Who would I want to look like?
Do you find Matthew McConaughey to be really good looking?
Not really.
Really? Okay. See, I think that's Glenn Powell looks, like I mentioned before, I think he looks similar to him.
Who's good looking?
But Glenn Powell is the guy right now.
What about like Jude Law? He's a good looking dude, right?
No.
What?
Jude Law?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah, Brad Pitt's good looking.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's one of those guys that he can be good looking with his hair in any style.
Right.
He's good looking.
Long, buzzed, like he had it in Ocean's 11 with with the white tips and everything, the blonde tips.
Yeah.
It works for him on any level.
Yeah.
What about like Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth?
Wait, Chris Hemsworth, which one is Thor?
Thor's Chris Hemsworth.
Right. Yeah, that's a good looking man.
Yeah, they're all right. I don't get the fascination with them that they're that good looking. But I know women love them. They love this guy too. I'm just like, I don't get it.
Well, I guess you're just not attracted to men, Rickens.
I mean, I'm not like an ogre.
Problem, Rob. There you go.
This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
When you're in a public setting, you got to be careful when you're making jokes with strangers. Because maybe they're not always paying attention. You're not on the same wavelength. This guy gives us a fantastic example.
I'm at a rest area on the highway, and I was just peeing next to a man in the bathroom at the urinal, and his GPS on his phone was still on, and the GPS went, turn right, and I was to his right while he was peeing, and I said, please don't. And he said, what? And I said, no, oh, never mind.
I've had that happen when you got your GPS open and then it does it out loud when you're waiting in line. It's so embarrassing. Turn right here, and you're like, oh, I've just outed myself as like somebody who's not from around here. It's loud. It sounds weird. I've had that happen. It's embarrassing.
But if there are people you don't know in a public setting like that, it can be uncomfortable. I always had it. The one that I remember was about a year ago. I was somewhere and I was in a store, and out of nowhere, the guy standing behind me in a grocery store said, well, which one do you want to choose? And I turned around and said, I'm sorry, mind you, I don't know which one I'm going to get yet. And he goes, I'm on the phone.
Oh,
dude.
Oh, thanks a lot.
he had AirPods in,
yeah,
and he was on the phone. And I thought he was talking to me. I was like, I don't know which one do you think I should choose? I don't know. I don't know what to say in that scenario.
You just look like a goober. I hate that.
Yeah, and he looks at me like, I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
Which I guess in reality I am, but just caught me off guard. Like what? I don't know which one I'm going to choose.
But that's not the worst thing you can hear in a urinal situation. It could be like the camera shutter. That would be way worse to hear.
That is true. Trying any kind of jokes with a stranger in next, while you're at the urinal, just probably not a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. It's just don't make jokes at a urinal when you're standing next to a grown man.
You really don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's time if you're at a ball game, like you might be like, well, a crazy game or something. But really, beyond that, I don't think it's appropriate.
Like, crazy game, huh?
That would be the only scenario where it's okay to talk to a stranger at the urinal, right?
Hey, bud, that's a powerful stream you got going on over there.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that.
This is Ace and Friends.